Greetings from Dallas. I'm Paul Klitzky. I'm the rector of Episcopal Church of the Ascension and a Bible Gateway partner, Bible Gateway blogger. I haven't been posting much in this arena for a while, but continue to use Bible Gateway for a lot of my online use. I find the ease of switching between translations, looking up various aspects, just to be inordinately valuable as I work for sermon preparation, while I'm in classes on Zoom in particular. It's been really handy to be able to just pull up verses or parts of a text and share my screen and be able to share the text of whatever we're looking at. Occasionally I get requests to review a product or a new Bible, and often I pass on that. I occasionally am interested in the translation or the particular of the Bible. This one in particular caught my attention. It's the Simple Faith Bible, and I jumped at the opportunity to take a closer look for one reason in particular. It's not always that we get a new Revised Standard Version translation offered through Bible Gateway and the blogging. A lot of them are the NIV translation. As an Episcopalian, we use the New Revised Standard Version more often than not in our worship. And so when a translation that was New Revised Standard, NRSV, came up for review, I thought it was a chance to jump in and review the product. So I was excited to get a new Bible in hand. I have my favorites. I have a variety of Bibles on the shelf, as most pastors and priests do. And I received this one, and it's a nice hardback translation or a copy of the Bible. I was excited. It's pretty simple, as the title might indicate, Simple Faith Bible. And flipped through, found it easy in the hand, and the font, the text, the margins all to be nicely appointed. And there were a couple of features in particular that stood out to me. I mean, like many, there are section headings kind of giving an overview. I always appreciate that when I'm looking for a particular story or trying to place a particular passage in the context of that gospel or that particular book. It gives me a chance to kind of look and see what came before, where we're headed next. In addition to that, there are throughout this Bible little outtakes where you can ponder a particular verse, but then they also include a prayer to be offered. And I found that really a lovely feature, because I think often we do pair our scripture reading with times of prayer. And I know we like our Book of Common Prayer. We use it to pray a lot, but it's nice to have another option. As I read through these prayers, I found them to be very accessible, meaningful, and broad enough theologically speaking to not exclude many. So I thought that was a great feature. And I was a little bit reluctant to be really excited about some of the Bible notes that this offered at first. As I flipped through, I found it didn't have a lot of footnotes. Maybe it's the preacher side of me, but I like those footnotes for cross-reference, for historical context, to see where manuscripts differ. And just as I was a little bit reluctant with this particular Bible, I was preparing for preaching this past Sunday, and it offered context that I wasn't finding in my other resources. Here we were looking at the passage where Peter comes and says, "Lord, how often am I to forgive?" Up to 7 times, thinking he's being extravagant. And the Lord, of course, encourages of not 7, but 77 times in Matthew, or 70 times 7. I believe it's in Luke. But here in the Simple Faith Bible, it actually includes the Bible in Life notes. And there it gave me some context about the 7 actually being linked to Lamech in Genesis and his pursuit of vengeance and revenge, which is definitely linked to our sense of forgiveness or revenge. And that context really helped me as I completed my preparation for that sermon. So I've kept this on my desk. I've used it as my reference on a number of calls as part of my study the last few weeks. I find it to be pretty helpful. I don't know that it's going to be the forever on my desk Bible, but I'm glad to have a copy. I appreciate the chance to take a look. If you happen to be a member here or nearby in Dallas and you want to actually sit your hands on a copy, happy for you to come by and flip through. We are in COVID procedures, so anybody who's stopping by, we do ask masks, wash your hands, maximize distance, and limit the amount of time we're together. So that other than that, we're glad to have you reading, engaging with Scripture, praying, and thanks for watching.